How are you, son?
Are y'all already mic'd up, so what's going on? What are this?
Bodybuilders walking around like they're all tough and hard. Just because you lift weights or you have tilapia and you train with your girlfriend doesn't make you a tough guy.
Do you know who Tommaso is?
No, he don't know him.
Shorter, shaved head, out of his mind, animated as well. Not like a normal one that takes from the gym.
Funny. He'll just say whatever on his mind.
Walking around like this. Come on, you ain't nobody. You know? Joe, is that your shit? What'd you say? What'd you say, little girl? You're 12 years old. You don't even have hair in your testicles, and you tell me move my shit? You know, back in the day, you would get the shit kicked out of you. I don't understand that.
He went on a rant the other day about all the guys that have their girlfriends filming them squatting 225 and posting it on Facebook. But the way he does it, he said, you guys eat tilapia, you squat 225.
I did 225 squats when I was 12 years old. Get that camera out of there. Get out of here. Faggot. I have a childhood gay friend, and that's great. And enough with the comments. I don't want to hear long-haired, ponytail guys, you know what I mean, that have big fat bellies writing comments about me.
The last time he was on air, people said stuff about him.
Yeah, he
wasn't too happy about it.
What they call me, a knuckle-dragging Momo closet fag. If I was a fag, I wouldn't be in the closet. I'd be banging them in the ass. Just like Mike Tyson said, I'll fuck you till you love me, white boy. Come on.
I'm a boss.
That kid from New Zealand, that's a physique guy. They're from all over the place.
It's been a bit of a dream come true. Like, I remember being like 5 years ago before I really even competed in bodybuilding. I came to New York and I wanted to come here and train at this gym, but I missed the train by like 2 minutes, and so I never got here. And then like now to actually be able to come back and train here as a pro is pretty surreal experience.
There you go. Chest up. Take that shoulder and squeeze it into your chest. Yep. Just stand straight on instead of...
Stand straight on?
Yeah, this way you look as wide as possible.
How do you feel about the fact talent that would otherwise have grown into ranks of bodybuilding and now...
Well, what I think is going to happen, guys are going to outgrow Classic Physique and go right to bodybuilding.
Yeah. Outgrow Classic Physique?
Well, they can only be so big for their height. You know, there's limitations. So once they start putting on more muscle, they've got to leave.
So the organization is considering a long-term plan that still influences the positive impact of bodybuilding.
Absolutely. Bodybuilding is, you know, what this whole organization was built on.
And they all look up to bodybuilders.
Yes, I mean, bodybuilders are always the main attraction. I mean, the other ones are very popular, and they're also they are a main attraction, but bodybuilding is the ticket seller. Everybody wants to see the big, muscular guys.
Open up those lats. See the difference when you pick your chest up, your lats come popping out?
Okay. Keep it up like that.
Yes.
And try and crunch the abs.
Yes, do a vacuum. Let's see what a vacuum looks like. No, crunch the abs. Chest up.
That was the first time Steve's ever had a look at me, so it was pretty daunting experience, to be honest. You know, like I've always looked up to Steve, and I've always seen different pros, like, you know, stand in front of Steve and get their feedback from him, and to actually like have him do it for me, it's pretty cool. And straight away, like, I saw the differences when he just told me the little things like lifting my chest and to bring my lats out a little bit more, and all those little things, you know, that I think will go a long way this weekend when I'm on stage.
These guys are welterweights or lightweights, but you guys are the heavyweights.
Can you see that welterweight spotlight in some ways potentially eclipse?
No. I can see it becoming a star on its own, but not eclipsing. You know, no matter what, you're always going to want to see a Mike Tyson type fighter, as opposed to
any number of welterweights.
Any of the best welterweights in the world.
People want to see what they can't attain. What you do is like climbing a super cliff. It's like doing backflips on a dirt bike. People can't do that. I want to see that.
There's always going to be levels and degrees.
I like to eat. They like the appetizer. You guys like the main course.
Right.
Everything
Let's go to
matures.
the Olympia. Saturday night. What do they all come to see? All the other divisions, some of the times are done on Friday. Saturday, I mean, they're there also to see who's going to win the Physique Olympia and so on and so forth. But the real big question is who's going to be Mr. Olympia?
Yes.
Everyone asks it, including the physique guys, including the Miss Olympias.
Do you think though that
Cut
in
that.
time?
You always doubt yourself when you get ready for a show. You go into a show and you're always like, oh man, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Is this right? Is that right? You know, and so, yeah, I guess I didn't know what to expect when I actually got to take my shirt off in front of Steve. But yeah, I was pretty happy with the feedback he gave me. So, you know, there's a little bit to do between now and tomorrow, but you know, hopefully we can just stick to a bit of a plan and do those things. So, yeah.
Then in the future, just more upper pecs.
More upper pecs.
More upper pecs, and your back could be a little wider.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right.
If I were a producer of a wannabe hit television show, would I want to get, you know, the huge Jay Cutler, or would I want to get one of these dazzling, good-looking,
But they always did that.
real
But they
tapered?
always
Who's the
did that
biggest
anyway.
guy in Hollywood right now? It's The Rock.
The Rock, yeah.
He's built more like a classic physique, almost going into a bodybuilder. Look at Arnold.
Whether he's in a Disney
Arnold,
movie or whether he's
you know,
in a-
played, you know, kindergarten cop. But where did they get him from? They got him, you know, from he was a bodybuilder.
Yeah, but there's different looks to Arnold. You know,
There's different looks to everyone. Look,
Commando Arnold
What do
was
you
a
look
big
like
Conan
a week
Arnold,
before the
you
show?
know.
And what do you look like now?
I don't
Two
look
different
like
Kai
that.
Greene.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Everyone has different clothes when they're bodybuilders. They've got their out of shape, or they're off season, and they're in season.
Or in between.
Yeah, everyone does.
Trying to figure out my excuses.
Wait, I'm not Kai. I'm sorry, Kai. Dan.
I know who he is, of course.
Damn, man.
See, Dan knows who you are.
Right.
Everyone knows who you are.
Good-looking guy.
That was it.
Right. We were just talking about the
We're
good-looking guy
actually
in
just
the gym
talking
versus
about
the-
bodybuilding versus men's physique. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, like he just said, it's him.
It's me.
See, some people are delusional.
They're having a division now for great hair, and he's entering that division. I got
For men, look,
disqualified.
we got the commercial on going on
Yeah,
as
that's
we
new
speak.
division. Great hair.
I was admiring you the other day. I was in the gym. Is that weird to say? But I was. You were posing over there. Everyone was. It was on a Saturday, a couple of weeks ago. You look. Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah,
Nah, it's another guy. I'm
No,
telling
a
you.
couple weeks ago.
It's probably a better looking black guy without
No,
the
come on.
I don't know a better
Listen,
looking black guy.
you
Do you,
guys-
Derek?
I don't. It was you and Denzel Washington.
Maybe Beetlejuice.
You and Denzel. No, we're actually just talking. I was just saying how when someone looks big, I always say, wait till Kai walks by, you'll see how big they're not. And remember we said the same thing about his leg. He walks by, it's like his leg eclipses the actual person.
I usually
It's
say
like
that about bald-headed men. You know, like when they see me. Well, look at the. You know, when they see this hair, they're usually jealous.
You know what, though? It's the hair club for men. It's not real
that what
hair.
it is?
It's fake. If you pull it hard enough, it'll fall out.
Okay.
Right off.
Tell the truth. You're not only a member, are you?
He is a member. He is a member. That's not real. Very few things about Dan are real.
Well, I need to join. Can you hook a brother up? Yeah, they got a little bit more complications around this time of year. Just a little bit.
And the big guys are the marketers. That's not going to change.
But as we continue to see the men's physique and the classic physique, particularly men's physique develop, because like recently, you know, even after Arnold Classic, you know, I think one of the bigger divides was the idea of his belief that the men's physique, classic men's physique idea should be.
But you know what,
the
though?
overall
Arnold, just like everybody else from his era, thinks his era is the best. You know, and maybe in 20 years, you're going to think your era is the best. Arnold is from the 70s. Arnold was the greatest bodybuilder of all time back then. You know what I mean? And that's what he admires and that's what he wants. But the guys of today, I mean, Arnold couldn't stand with them. It's just a fact. It's just what it is. It evolves and it grows, and you know he has to understand that.
So with that being said, are we looking at the evolution of our sport, its face, and will the future face of our sport become a hybrid version of the things we take for granted today?
No. In my opinion, absolutely not. No. But look at the New York Pro. The New York Pro is sold out this year.
Right.
We've got the best lineup ever. What sold the New York Pro? It was the men. They sold the New York Pro. It wasn't the physique that sold it out. It wasn't classic physique that sold it out. It wasn't women's physique that sold it out. It was the men. We have the best lineup ever, and they come in to see it.
So what happens if, like, let's say I wanted to do men's physique next year?
Come on, Kai. You spent your whole life building muscle. That's like me saying I want to be Kai Greene.
Are you telling me I couldn't do it, though?
Absolutely not. You wouldn't make the height arrangements. What are you, 5'9" and 300 pounds?
Wow, 5'8".
299.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. I mean, you are the heavyweight champion, or arguably one of the heavyweight champions. They achieve what they are trying to achieve, what you've attained.
That stuff also, physique, and that's open to so many more people. I have friends in their 40s. Right?
Yeah, the dentist.
Right, the guy's 50, he's 55. Never.
He can't wait to compete this year. He's doing the Atlantic States. He can't wait.
It's a bucket list item, really, seriously. But that's
Something back here last night? What was he?
No. And then what about Donna?
Donna, she's 40.
47. She's doing her first show.
Right, yeah.
It's a lady 47 with 3 kids doing her first show.
And
if we didn't have these divisions, they'd never have an opportunity.
But at 47 or 50, doctor's not going to do it. I'm
Right,
going to go against Kai. It's not happening.
And this lady at
No
47,
outlet.
she's not going after anybody in the pros. She just, wants to compete, get a trophy, or try to get a trophy.
But
Be satisfied with that.
as a spectator, what are you going to pay several $100s to sit front row for? Men's bodybuilding. That's what you're coming to see as a spectator.
Even when you go to the fights. When you go to the fights, the seats aren't filled up until the big fights start coming.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
So you see, right? The prelims, they're on TV for free.
Right.
Not only that, though, you look in the audience, there's no one in the audience. But as the bigger fights start coming on, all of a sudden the seats get filled up. And when the main event comes, you can't find a seat.
Right.
Kai, it's not going to change. You're going to lose this debate all day long.
Well, the point here really isn't
There's no
debate.
point.
It's really to enjoy this exchange.
Okay.
And cool conversation on camera.
Okay.
While at the same time getting to my own thing kind of satisfied with, so what's going to happen to my sport?
Your sport's fine.
Good news. So for those people
I
out
thoroughly enjoyed our pose down conversation.
And I believe we won.
How would you
He
word
said,
that?
notice he said we.
A pose down conversation.
Yes, it was 3 against 1. It was 3 against 1. But when you're the size of Kai Greene, you need 3 against 1. Where's the thing? Cut.